Hello, hi, welcome to beebreadgames. It's been a while, well, because the last video had crazy audio problems, and by the time I was done with it, I was like, you know what, we're just gonna have a holiday break. So yeah, no video yesterday, no video Friday, but we're back. I said yesterday, as of time of filming, but it was still wrong. But whatever, welcome to beebreadgames, the channel where I say things and they sound completely wrong because they are. But today we're hopefully gonna be showing you When Winter Ends. This is a game that I really have no idea about. I threw it into my future videos playlist and promptly forgot what the plot was, so I'm gonna read it for both of us right now. Two strangers, a mysterious little girl and a lone traveler. The two meet unexpectedly, seeking shelter from the raging storm outside. Play as each of them to figure out their past and their wishes for the future. So we play as two different characters. There's 4 possible endings, but I think I'm gonna just do like a quick playthrough with this one, so I'm not gonna try to get multiple endings. It's just gonna be a what I get is what it is thing, which is honestly what I do when I play games by myself. Like, I don't usually go out of my way to play every ending. But yeah, there's gonna be a little point and click minigame. It's supposed to be about half an hour of a playthrough, but that's just the average session. So who knows? It'll probably end up being an hour. I don't know anymore, you know. I've stopped clinging to trying to do things in a certain amount of time. We're just gonna go, and what happens, happens. So yeah, let's get started. Right now I'm not hearing any audio, but that doesn't mean anything because the last game... Yeah, there we go. I was about to say the last game didn't have audio until I started playing, right? But anyway, let's go. Are you far from home? Get that out of the screen. Well, don't get it out of the screen. Yeah. You find yourself inside an old abandoned building with a very messed up painting, or is that just the way they shaded it? It looks like it's scratched up, but I think it might be shading. Whatever. You slam the door behind you, locking out the raging storm outside. Well, not quite. A little bit of the cold trickles from the collapsed roof above you. Hold on, that was kind of loud. Okay, return. I'm sorry for chewing. A little bit of the cold trickles from the collapsed roof above you. But it was better than being outside in a blizzard. You slump down by the door, relieved to have found shelter. It takes you a while to adjust to the darkness. But when you do, you looked around at this old, decrepit house. Ooh. Hi. Hi. Why wouldn't it let me do anything? Okay. Some old sofas by an old fireplace. Oh, he just doesn't notice her yet. Okay. You wonder if you can light a fire in there. It's too cold to collect firewood though, but perhaps... Oh, can we burn that? A poorly made wreath, dried, but seems quite new. Computer's dying. Always when I'm in the middle of filming. Making a wreath is easier said than done. A couple of paintings. They're old and water damaged. Okay, they are damaged. You can only see bits and pieces of fabric and skin. It seems to be an old family painting. A couple of books. You can no longer read what's inside, but judging by what's left of the pictures, they seem to be children's books. Some old sofas by an old fireplace. You wonder if you can light up a fire in there. These two, okay, yeah. A couple of toys and children's books. Something's telling me a child lived here. A bittersweet feeling fills your chest looking at them. Some old earthenwares. Whatever was inside is long gone. All that's left is some mold and spider webs. Okay. Whew. You see someone by the stairs, their gaze fixated to you. You feel... Honestly, it startled me. I was a little flustered. Oh. I didn't realize someone was still living here. I'm sorry for intruding like this. Oh. Are you okay? The voice that came out of the shadowy figure almost sounded as if it was worried? Yes, maybe? I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, it's pretty terrible to be stuck here with a blizzard raging outside. Right. This kid's a ghost, right? You wouldn't be able to survive a storm like this if you stayed outside. You can stay, I guess. Just don't make a mess. Okay. You looked at the small figure before you. A child, no more than 15 perhaps. Oh, not that much of a child. A teen, I would say. But yes, a youth nonetheless. Several questions begin inhabiting your mind as you looked at her. See, when they said that, my mind was like, oh, child, she must be 10 or younger, but this is a teenager. Well, obviously. Would it be better for me to ask your parents for permission first? I feel a little bad crashing in unannounced like this. There's only me. Huh? Where are your parents? Oh, they left. Oh, okay. What do you mean they left? They left a child like you behind? Mm-hmm. Were you abandoned? I don't think it was intentional. I'm not big enough to manage on my own. Yeah, you're like babysitting other kids' age. Are you really? You sighed, finding it absolutely ridiculous that they've left such a young child in this dilapidated house all by herself. But when was the last time you saw them? I don't know. It's been a while. Why don't you come with me and we'll go look for them together? Maybe they'll be in the village nearby. No, I don't think so. I think it's better if I stay here. But... It can't be safe, right? This house is falling apart. And it could get really cold on days like this. Inventing words. Wouldn't it be much easier? I keep saying that. Wouldn't it be much nicer if you could stay at a proper shelter? I'll even accompany you to look for your family if you want. But I don't think this is a livable home anymore. The young girl seems unconvinced. You can always come back. And you just want to make sure you're good. Even if you leave to seek shelter elsewhere, it's not like you can't come back here. The house won't suddenly grow a pair of legs and run off. It's not going anywhere. When we reach the village, we might even be able to get someone to help repair it. What do you think? The child thinks for a moment. That makes sense. I know. But it won't be the same house anymore. Yeah, but it'll be livable. Well, I'm pretty sure it was already a very different house compared to how it was back then, don't you think? Enough. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Why don't you do the talking? What are you even doing here? I'm just a passerby, like Ginkgo Mushishi. Why are you traveling? Is there something you're looking for? I want to see something. Oh, I wasn't prepared. I don't want to do that because I don't know what I want to see. I want to see the world. I guess. I wanted to experience what the world has to offer. Hearing birds singing, meeting new people, experiencing new things. You get the gist. But what is there to see out there? Isn't it lonely being out there on your own? Isn't it lonely being in here on your own? It does. It does feel lonely sometimes. And I miss my home every now and then, but I still want to see more of this world. And then, when I do return at the end of the day, I'd have many stories to share with my loved ones. I see. Yeah. But then, why are you traveling now? Why did you leave home in the first place? You laugh nervously, not you getting therapized. I simply had to leave. I see. Yeah. The two of you stayed silent for a few minutes before you broke it. Hey, it's pretty cold in here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Do you by chance have some firewood or something? Oh, I think we used to keep it in a shed outside. I don't think we can go outside like this. Is it really that cold to you? I have some spare blankets upstairs. And, I won't mind if you make a fire with anything you find in here. Are you sure? Yes, it's okay. I thought about it, and you're right. This place is cold, and it has seen better days. And now, there's no one left here but the two of us. I can't fix any of the broken things in this house by myself. So, I think it'll be okay. Alright, don't be mad at me when I burn something you don't want me to burn. Save your items that you treasure now. As the child scurries upstairs to grab the blankets for you, you take some time to scan the area for items you could use to light a fire. You decide to search for firewood in... let's go in the kitchen, see. What does she eat? You examine the picture frames. You feel a little bad using this as firewood. You take apart the painting and break the frame into pieces for kindling. You set aside the canvas within to keep. You find is some old furniture half buried in the snow. They're too wet to use for kindling. You examine the empty pots. There's not much inside, but some moss. Could this be used for tinder? You reach into the pot to scrape off some of the moss, only to find that it's too wet to use. Dang it. Also, the mechanics are a little broken, because when you remove things, they come back for the dialogue. The curtains? You could probably grab the vines to start the fire, but it's the only thing blocking the winds outside. It's probably not a good idea to take them. True. You examine the sofas. It's too difficult to take apart the sofas themselves for firewood, but you find that it's stuffed with straw and coir. They would make a fine tinder to start the fire. Having collected some tinder as well as some kindling, you rummage through your belongings to grab some matches. Having collected all necessary items to start a fire, you crouch by the fireplace. Woohoo! Just as you light the match, you hear the child scurrying downstairs, carrying a bundle of large blankets that seem to envelope her. She stands behind you, peering over your shoulder as you light the tinder and toss it into the fireplace. Wow, how did you do that? You know, I was a Boy Scout. That's just like magic. I was a Boy Scout. No big deal. I got my fire starting patch. You chuckle at her reaction. It's called a safety match. You use these little sticks and... You see these little sticks inside the box? If you scratch them against this part of it, it'll create a small fire. I see, that's amazing. It usually takes Mama several attempts to get a fire going. This reminds me of when everyone was still around. We'd sit around the fire like this after a wonderful meal and fall asleep on the armchair. I'd fall asleep on the armchair. I've been trying to celebrate as we did. I even tried to make a wreath. No one ever taught me how to light a fire, though. That's to be expected. They're probably worried you'd get hurt. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. I think my brother told me that when I was younger. Sorry for yawning. I had once tried to eat the flames of a candle. Oh no. To be honest, I don't remember doing anything like that. But then again, I don't remember many things from that time. I can't blame my younger self, though. The fire looked so warm and so pretty. She stares, enamored at the crackling fire pit. You watch her stare, starry-eyed at the dancing flames, and decide to ask her. How did you stay warm all this time? Do you just bury yourself in blankets? Well, I don't really feel cold. She's a ghost. But if I do, I would use the blankets. Oh, I had almost forgotten. I'm not sure which blanket you wanted, so I brought a few. In her arms are 2 different blankets. The first is a knitted blanket made of thick wool. You could tell it was made with lots of love. The other one is made of linen, stuffed with cotton. It's been patched up several places over a long period of time. Let her pick. Why don't you pick one first? Aren't you cold as well? The storm is raging even now. Well, I don't really feel that cold. I'll be okay. You can pick any. You decide to take... I guess I'll take the woolen one. You take your chosen blanket and wrap it around yourself. She takes the other and sits on the armchair by the fireplace. I like this art style. It's very cute, but also like eerie at the same time. I really enjoy it. You sat down on the broken sofa, feeling a lot warmer than you have been the whole day. As you settle near the fireplace, you feel a rough surface touching your arm. You now remember the painting that you took apart. You hold what remains of it in your arms, gently unfolding it. Oh. You feel a little bad seeing her disappointed face. Sorry, I had to take this down to get the firewood, but the canvas is still intact. No, it's okay. The painting is already ruined anyway. Do you remember what was on the painting? Well, I think the old painting was... I think it's a forest. Filled with flowers. I think they were white. You feel a little bad about it, and you wonder if there's anything you can do for her. You know, we got time. I could repair it. Say, do you still somewhat remember what the paintings were like? What if I were to try and redraw it? Redraw? Using an untouched kindling, you pull out a piece of coal from the burning fireplace. You roll it around on the ground a little, waiting for it to cool down. With your gloved hand, you smash the brittle coal into smaller pieces and took one of the pieces. All the while, the child watches with great interest. You drew a rectangle on the ground, marking the territories of your next masterpiece. So, why don't you describe what the painting was like? Well, it's a forest. Period. A dark, scary forest, and its trees are barren. But on the ground there are many flowers growing. Don't color it in, the flowers were white. Oh, right, alright. And, the flowers, I think they were Mama's favorite flowers. Do you know what they're like? White and kinda droopy? Mama says she named me after it. And what's your name? I don't remember. What? You don't remember your own name? Well, everyone calls me by different nicknames. It's been a while since someone called my name. I see. Awkwardly, you concentrate to draw the scene the child was describing when you hear a giggle. You're not very good at drawing, are you? Dang. Bro was so confident about, like, restoring things and just sucks at drawing. You laugh in embarrassment. Well, that's okay. The child grabs a piece of coal from the floor as well and draws alongside you. I think there was a big tree on the left here. It reminded me of the tree that I used to hide when me and my brother played hide and seek. He never found me whenever I hid in there. And then we both get scolded for being out too late. My voice just, like, changed. That was weird. This isn't turning out the way I imagined. Yeah. She moves back to the armchair and looks at the scribbles on the floor. Well, I'm not good at drawing either, I guess. That was very fun, though. Indeed. Indeed. I kind of want to see that tree again. And play hide and seek. And see the flower that Mama likes. But I'd have to leave this place, don't I? Yeah. There were only embers left in the fireplace, and you see the young girl begin to doze off. Are you getting sleepy? You should go to sleep if so. Not yet. I'll stay here a while longer. It's so warm here. Indeed, it was warm and comfortable. You find yourself getting tired as well. You know, for some reason I feel a little anxious even when I'm tired and sleepy like this. What is it that you're anxious about? I guess just whether the storm will end tomorrow. Whether I want to stay or leave this place. I'm not sure where to go from here. There's nothing left for me here, really. They won't be angry if I left this place, right? No, they won't. What am I even talking about? You watch as she curls up on the armchair and anxiously shuffles around. And you think of things you can do to calm her down. You can talk to me, bestie. We're besties now, right? We just drew terribly together. Maybe you'll feel better after letting it all out. What is it you're worried and anxious about? I don't know. I'm just anxious. I don't know what to do. Well, I think no matter what you decide to do, I'm sure things will turn out just fine. As the conversation died down, the two of you quietly watched as the embers fade, and the sound of the wind and the crackling of the amber lulls you both to sleep. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it there. I think that might actually be like a good place to end, you know? Usually I just like drag it out and try to find a really good place, but that's a good place. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna end this video right here. I'm having a lot of fun so far. I hope the next part isn't like 5 minutes long, but you know, whatever. It happens like that. But I'm having fun so far. I know this is a game jam game, and it's supposed to be like pretty short, so there's not going to be too many more parts, and there's not going to be much more story to unfold, but I am excited to see truths revealed, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure that the girl is a ghost, but, because, you know, there's a lot of stuff leaning into that she might be a ghost. She doesn't really feel cold, but she kind of recognizes cold. And then she doesn't have a lot of memories, so obviously she's been there for a really long time. So I'm pretty sure she's a ghost. I'm pretty sure her family died, but she never moved on. And then I'm excited to see what's up with the traveler. Like, what is he escaping? What did he mean that he had to leave suddenly, or that he didn't expect to never be able to return home? I'm excited to find out. And, I hope you guys enjoyed so far. Keep, you know, I don't know. I don't. Subscribe for the next part. There we go. Like and comment if you want, but you don't really have to, because guess what? I'm just here to hang out. I'm just here to hang out and share cute or interesting games with my buds. Which is like, what, 3 people? Like 1 or 2 people in Tumblr, 1 or 2 on Discord, but yeah, whatever. We're having fun. It's a vibe, I guess. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good holiday if you celebrate any of the ones that have been going on these past few days. And let me see what the day. Yes, so like I can just wish you guys a happy new year on the Monday video, right? That's how that works. Yeah, anyway, I'll still say it. I hope you have a happy new year if you don't watch the Monday video, right? Yeah, alright, cool. I'm so bad at ending videos. Bye.